Good evening. I'm Rio. And I'm Rob. And for some reason, I'm your newest administrator. You know what that means. Just kidding. So, yeah, I'll be your new administrator. Glad to be on the team. Good stuff. In other news, we have some administrators who have decided to leave the team. Actually, they've agreed to leave the team. Freshman and Dim Style will no longer be part of the administrative team. So, give them your best wishes goodbye and thank them for their support along the way. In a nutshell, the basic reason why we asked them to leave and they asked me aboard was because we're shaking it up, because we need to regain focus as a team. We need to regain focus as a tribe and as a forum. So there are a couple things I'd like to talk about with this POGOTok. The first being our noble cause. Now there has been a lot of discussion about the noble cause lately, and we really appreciate that discussion. But I just want to be clear as to what we're aiming for here. Now a noble cause, as you've heard from Dan and others, is sort of the main goal of the tribe, and Dan has put it in a way that the tribe would dissolve after completing it because it would no longer be needed. Now, that's somewhat true, but you don't really have to think of it that way. The main reason to have a noble cause is to have the tribe in what we like to call alignment. What'll happen when you have the right noble cause and people hear it, they'll instantly not agree, but they'll feel like that's what they're there for, and they'll agree with each other about it. But the key is, the alignment will cause the tribe to be stronger. I mean, imagine if anybody came up and asked a member of the Pogo tribe what the Pogo tribe is for. Well, a lot of people might not exactly know what to say. But if they're reminded and they're told, hey, we're this and this and this, and they'll just know it. It'll be known, and that'll be that. Now, a lot of you have been asking for more concrete examples of noble causes for tribes that already exist. So, I actually have read almost completely Tribal Leadership by Dave Logan, and in there he does list several different noble causes for several different tribes. So I'm just going to go ahead and read pretty much right out of the book what those noble causes are. And actually, in bringing the book up, I noticed there's a passage I have marked off here that I want to read regarding noble causes directly. So let me read that to you. If core values are the fuel of a tribe, a noble cause is the direction where it's headed. A noble cause captures the tribe's ultimate aspiration. Said differently, core values are what we stand in, and a noble cause is what we shoot for. So the first noble cause that I have as an example, you guys in America might know it better than those in Europe and other countries. NASCAR, that would be basically the car racing league of America, the professional racing league. And their noble cause is, everybody's gotta win. The other example of a noble cause comes from the National Treasury Employees Union, and it's stated as such. We, the National Treasury Employees Union, are about organizing federal employees to ensure that each federal employee is treated with dignity and respect. If you'd like me to go into more detail about it, feel free to ask me to read you more out of the book. Now here's the thing. I know now that alignment is the key to finding the noble cause. Not agreement. Not argument. The matter isn't making people understand what you're saying and that you're right. The matter is saying something that people will jump on and say, wow, you're right. That's exactly what we're here for. So in the book they detail a couple methods of how to get the noble cause out of people. And what they do is they usually have sort of a big meeting, a company meeting, where the people who wrote this book and did the research actually talked to the people in the company, and they had them first write down what they thought the noble cause of the company was. They had to write something down. Now, what I'd like you guys to do is to have something in mind. You can write it down if you like. You can even post it as a comment in the thread if you like. But all that matters is that you remember it. Because what I'm going to do is in the future have a live Ustream broadcast of pretty much us trying to decide a noble cause. So I want you to keep it in mind for that live stream, and in the chat I'm most likely going to ask you to put it. So then everyone can see what everyone is thinking, and I'll try to bring it together using strategies from the book. We need to first of all have to make sure people can be there. So there's a poll in the thread of times during the day when people are available. If I can set it up properly, I'll set it up so that you can choose all the times that you're available. And I don't want to do it right away. Maybe I'll leave it a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that, and try to get everybody on a time that they can attend. And essentially, we'll pick a day, we'll pick a time. Whatever's the majority, whatever the most people can attend, that's the time I'm going to do it. The live show should, it could last an hour, it could last 5 hours. We'll see how long it takes. But basically, we're aiming to find what we think might be the noble cause. And after I finish the live show, we'll present what we think everybody is aligned on. So it's at this point I'd like to move into some housekeeping issues on the forum. First thing first is Generation 4 Triads. The sign-ups have begun. Check out the Triad discussion section, and actually it's sticky as a global announcement, and go in and sign up for Generation 4 of Triads, only if you think you can commit most likely at least a month of your time, wherein in your spare time you're triadding. And sign up, fill out the questionnaire. They're doing it a little differently this time, and I look forward to seeing the results. Now, I don't know, maybe some of you might have missed this, but what's his name? Oh, that guy Dan Brown? Yeah, he's starting that Dan 3.0 deal. Right, so we went ahead and in the project section made a Dan 3.0 subsection. We'd like you to keep all discussion about Dan 3.0 in that section, whether you're questioning it, whether you're loving it, whether you want to give him ideas of what to do, leave it in there. Make threads, reply, do whatever you want. But keep it in there. And if it's not in there, if you see a thread that's a Dan 3.0 related thread out of there, hit the report to mod button. Tell us to move it, and we'll move it in.
The Pogo Tribe channel.
If you want to get involved in the Pogo Tribe channel, that is, if you want to make an announcement of a project, if you want to do something cool related to the tribe, if you want to do something that get people to know each other or do a challenge or a competition, send a PM to either myself, Chelsea, or Sean, and we'll let you know the password and how to sign into it, and you can upload a video. There are over 500 subscribers to it, so if you put something out there like a project or a competition, you'll probably get some good responses. Now finally, there's a little trend that's popped up on the moon lately. It's called making an open letter of sorts, where you're essentially airing grievances or airing awesomenesses. And we've seen them all over in all the different sections. Now, they're okay, they're fine. But all we ask is that whatever topic that is about, you make sure you put it in the section that is appropriate for that topic. Don't just put all of your open letters in anything and everything. If it's related to projects, put it in projects. If it's related to Dan 3.0, put it in there. If it's related to triads, put it in the triad discussion. Anything like that, open letters, put it in the right section. And now when you write an open letter, try not to go too ballistic. Try to keep it civil when you're writing stuff about that. And when you're responding to someone who wrote an open letter, don't attack them. Stick to our values, our forum guidelines. And remember, we're all in this together, and we're trying to get everything going correctly. It's been kind of a stagnant period for us up until the reveal of the project. So, it's kind of expected for these things to happen, and it's okay. But essentially, keep it civil, don't attack people, respond constructively. And if you can't respond constructively, don't respond at all. There's no need for you to say anything if all you're going to say is you agree or you disagree, and that's it. That's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get sozzled. And remember to keep it me. Penis.